What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is time for a brand new transfer talk, talking about a couple of links with a couple of players that have been linked with a move to Leeds United this summer, and also a couple of links that we can just stop talking about right now because it's never going to happen, which is going to really disappoint one viewer in particular of mine. I will say that. So we're going to get straight into it, people, because we've been linked with this player for a long time, this goalkeeper in particular, and that is Kelleher from Liverpool, who has 1 year left on his deal. And the price has come out now of what Liverpool are looking for. This is via the Liverpool Echo. And it seems that Liverpool are looking for £20 million for the goalkeeper who is not first choice and who only has 13 months left on his contract. We are not the only team interested. Of course, there is a few others involved. And it does make me think that there is going to probably be a possibility that he will go somewhere else. And I'll give that information in just a bit. But yeah, just for me on a whole, I've never been convinced with this one. I think he's a fine enough goalkeeper, but I do think because he plays for Liverpool that he gets those extra kudos points that other goalkeepers won't get because they're not at such a big club. But I'm just thinking as well, £20 million. You can get someone from Europe who's better, by the way, for less than that. But if Leeds United are looking to do a deal, they may have to move quickly. And that is simply because Brentford are one of the teams involved that are apparently in for him, and they're about to lose their first choice in Mark Fleck, and this was according to Fabrizio. Bayer Leverkusen are advancing to the final stages for Mark Fleck deal, as he's expected to be the new goalkeeper for Erik ten Hag. Personal terms are not an issue to the club. Club-to-club talks are well underway, so it does look like he is going to be leaving, and he was a very, very good goalkeeper, by the way, very solid goalkeeper for Brentford. But now they will obviously be looking for a new number one, and if it's around £20 million, I can definitely see someone like Brentford going in for a Kelleher. And it just makes me think that he'd probably go somewhere with a bit more established presence in the Premier League. Probably be disappointed that Brentford didn't make Europe. It would have probably made his decision a lot easier. But I would say that maybe Brentford could be front runners for this. But all I would just say to Leeds United is don't get into a bidding war over this goalkeeper. We're not talking about like a tippy top class goalkeeper here. We're talking about someone that could be good. And we're taking this risk at someone who's 26 years old now. It's not like he's like 23, 24. He's coming into the prime of his career almost. So even for a goalkeeper, and he's trying to establish himself as a first choice. We don't know what he's going to be like in a different setup. At Liverpool, yeah, he saw some shots because of the high line of play, but he was behind Virgil van Dijk, Konate, and all these guys. He's not going to have that luxury here. He's probably see 3 times more shots than he would if he came to a club like Leeds. And can he handle that kind of pressure? There's all these different variables that you have to think about when you sign in a goalkeeper that doesn't play that often as well. Week to week pressure. There's all these kind of things that I'm sure the Leeds United recruitment team will weigh up. But we shall see if there's anything that advances from here. But at least now we know what the price point is for Kelleher. I'll put it in the comments. Would you do Kelleher for 20 million? Or would you look elsewhere, especially for a more established goalkeeper who's more first choice and would probably be cheaper overall? I'll leave that to you people. Now, one other link that came up today, and you know what it is, people. I was on a live stream yesterday, and if you didn't see the live stream, please go back and watch it. I'll link it in the corner. And I was going to mention this guy when we was talking about Finn Azaz, yeah, from Middlesbrough. And honestly, it was in my head, and it's one of those where I wish I said it. But I was going to say, if we were linked with players like this and then someone like this guy who I'm going to speak about now, we may as well not bother trying to compete in the Prem. But I'm going to go with the report anyway. Graeme Bailey. So again, you have to take it with a big old pinch of salt here. It seems like he just throws like 100 names at the wall and hopes like just 3 of them stick. But he says that Leeds United are interested in Coventry's Jack Rodoni. And if you remember correctly as well, we were interested in before when he was at Wimbledon, when Bielsa was here. And I know people are going to probably latch onto that. Well, if Bielsa liked him, then why not? Well, it works both ways, people, because Bielsa was also the one that initiated interest in Brendan Aronson. So there you go. So there you go. It works both ways. But what I would say about Rodoni, he had a very good year for Coventry in terms of his numbers. But again, when I watched him play, it's like the Finn Azaz thing. It doesn't do nothing for me. And I put it into these terms as well. We come away with a double swoop of Jack Rodoni and Finn Azaz. Is that saving us from relegation next season? It absolutely isn't. So this is another one of those kind of deals what I'm talking about, where we cannot be involved in these conversations. And it also says in the article, even though Coventry only paid 5 million for him, they could be looking for triple or quadruple that. Listen, guys, he had his best season by far in terms of numbers. You know, if you just 10 goals, 12 assists, lovely. Previous to that, I know Huddersfield were a worse team, but you're talking 5 goals, 3 assists, 2 goals, 5 assists. More in League One, he was doing numbers there. But I'm saying here, it would be like the Coventry would be cashing in high here if they're to sell Rodoni, especially for the price they're looking for. The reporter there though for Coventry saying that Rodoni was always going to be the subject of speculation after an impressive season at Coventry. The midfielder has Premier League ambitions, but I'm told he's happy at the CBS and enjoys working with Frank Lampard. We all know what that means, though, people. It means until someone actually makes a concrete bid for me, I'm gonna, keep my house very cushy here. So I'm not gonna try and rock the boat. And he's right to as well. Just for me, it doesn't do anything for me. It's one of those again where if I was looking at another team coming up, if Burnley were to move for Azaz and Rodoni, I'd say, so what they're doing is they're going to try and hope to finish 17th. But if they get relegated, they're going to have some good foundations to come back up with the champion, deal with the championship in terms of having players ready made for the championship. So for me, I just hope that this is just paper talk kind of thing, and that we are not looking in this kind of direction, because if we are, it spells trouble, and as Scott Steiner would say, it spells disaster for us 100%. So for me, Jack Rodoni, no, fine player. I mean, he's 24. He's going to be 25 during this Premier League season. So again, a bit sorry for me, another big red flag. Why hasn't he made the step up before then? Why is it all just clicking now? Have another season under Frank Lampard, man. Maybe you come up with Coventry, but for me, Leeds United need to be moving in a better market. I've said it. I've been consistent with it, and I will stay with it until, unless something I've forgotten something. But Gus Hamer is the only one I would take from a championship side, and that is because he's already done it in the Premier League and can do it again. He is the only one for me that is ready for the Premier League in the championship right now. So yeah, and by the way, on that Gus Hamer chat, I mean, listen, you when you're a YouTuber, when you talk, a lot of people just don't listen to what you're saying, and it's like I was giving opinions, people. I was actually giving factual numbers, and people still in the chat saying he's injury prone. It's the life of a YouTuber. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, listen, just a couple of links that we can close down. I mean, one of them was unrealistic, but I'm going to put it up for one of my subscribers anyway. But Liam Delap, who I know a lot of people would have been in for if there could have been a deal done there. It was rumored about the Everton stuff, but I did say when Everton had come out, Fabrizio talk about David Moyes has spoken to him. I said I felt like that was the accelerant for Man United or Chelsea to get on it. It happens all the time with agents. They'll say, "Oh yeah, we'll get them to make a move to get a move on in order to speed up a move elsewhere." And it looks like that's what's happened, because Liam Delap is going to be a Chelsea player. Man City aren't going to do the buyback on it because he's already agreed terms with Chelsea and wants to go there. So there you are. Liam Delap is off the table. We don't need to speak about him again. And lastly, and this one will upset Mike, Benjamin Sesko looks like he could be going to Arsenal, and I think the fee is around 92 million, Mike. So we was never going to be involved in that. Fabrizio just confirming this evening in terms of Arsenal talking about the deal, and then Florian Plettenberg has also co-signed it as well. So there you go. You got two of the big hitters there talking about Sesko to Arsenal. So yeah, people, that is it for the transfer updates. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like the video, and big shout out to Mr. P, John Abbott, and Parrot House for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.